This is question 2 on the foundation calculator paper. So reading the question first, it says, here is a list of dried fruit 24 people like best. So here are the lists of fruit, and there are 24 of them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 4 is 24. 24 words there. Complete the table for the information in the list. So they want me to complete this tally chart and frequency table for all of those above. So I'm going to go through each of them and mark a tally on as I go through each, and then afterwards I'll add up the tallies and fill out the frequency column. So every time I count one, I'm going to put a line through it and then put a tally in. So currants, yeah, there's one of them there. Sultanas, there's one of them there. And I'm going to go through that with all the fruits. So I'll do that now, and then I'll start it back. So I've just done most of these. I just have the last couple to do. So I've reached the last one. Prunes is through there, and sultanas, there's one more there. So now I've done the tally bit. I need to work out the frequencies, and I'm just going to add up these tallies. So every one of those sort of four strokes and then one across stands for 5. So that's 5. There's another 5. There's 5 and 1 is 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's all together. Now I'm going to add these up just to make sure that they add up to 24. Right, 5 and 5 is 10. 10 and 6 is 16. 16 and 8, yep, they do add up to 24. So that tells me that I've done this correct so far. I'm going to get full marks in that, and that is spot on. Now going on to part B, let me just move the paper up a bit. Okay, in part B, the question says, draw a suitable diagram to show this information in the table. Use the space below or the grid opposite. So draw a suitable diagram. So they've given you a lot of freedom here to draw anything that you want. You could draw a bar chart, a pie chart, a line chart, right? But they've given you this wide open space down here, and on the other page they've given you this grid. Now I'm going to use the grid to draw a bar chart. So I'll cover this up first, and I'll set out my scale on the grid. So this side here, I'm going to use the whole thing. I'm going to take care to make sure that I use all of the graph. And I'm going to label the axes. Now, this axis here, the vertical one, is always frequency. And because the information on the table is the dried fruit, that's what I'm going to put at the bottom. So at the bottom I'm going to put dried fruit. Okay, I left some space here, so when I write in the names of the fruits, there's enough space for each of them. Now, what I need to do is to start labeling this up. Now, there are how many different fruits? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different fruits. So if I go back to my scale here, 4 different fruits, I'm going to just use 2 squares to be the width of each of the bars. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. And then I need to decide what numbers I put on the frequency column. So looking at these, the frequencies go up to the number 8. So on my frequency column, I need to make sure they go up to 8. So let's just count that first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there's enough room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'll write the numbers in. Okay, I should have done that with pen. I'll put 0 at the bottom, and now I'm going to put in the names of the fruits. Now there's currants, prunes, raisins, and sultanas. So currants, prunes, raisins, and sultanas. Okay, and now I'm going to start drawing the bars in. So I'm going to flick back and forth to the table. So the table, there are 5 currants, so there are 5 currants and 5 prunes. So I'm going to try to be clever with this. There are 5 currants and 5 prunes, so I'm going to draw those 2 blocks at the same time. 5 there for currants, the first one, and 5 there for prunes, and I'm going to show both the bars. So that's the bar for currants, and that there is the bar for prunes. Okay, so they're both of those. And then going on to the next one, 6 for raisins and 8 for sultanas. So it needs to go up to 6 for raisins. And 8 for sultanas. So go all the way up to 8. And there you have it. I don't need to color those in. I don't need to do anything more, right? That is enough. Okay? That part of the question is worth 3 marks, and that is totally complete. The only thing I would do different is I'd make sure I write these in pen, because all your writing on the exam paper needs to be in pen. Now this is a pretty straightforward question. Yeah, if you break it down into little bits, you understand it fully, you should be able to get full marks in it.